Hey everybody, I hope you can tell in the picture here, that plant that is dying is our cucumber plant. It's actually the only one that continued to grow, and here in the last few weeks you can see what kind of damage is there. Since the damage is at the center of the plant, right where that vine is actually coming out of the ground and has been spreading outward, and just from the overall look of it, the best advice I've been given is probably a vine borer. So what I'm going to do is harvest the cucumbers that are on it. I'm going to pull this plant out. We're going to dissect it and see if I can't find the actual cause of the damage. I know it's a pretty dark picture, but one of the other things people were noticing was this bacteria looking sawdust type buildup, and people were saying that might be what was being bored out. It's got a very fine texture to it, almost like talc powder now that I broke it up. But I'm going to pull this up, see what we find. Alright, well, a lot of roots came up. I don't see anything right off. I'm going to wash this off and take the entire plant over to the deck here and show you what we've got. Okay, so here we are in the morgue. I've got the entire plant laid out here. Now, I don't know if it's typical. I'll be honest with you, we haven't grown cucumber. I don't know if that's a typical thing, but each one of these boards is 5 inches. And that's just laid there. I didn't even try to stretch it, but the good news is, here's the 4 that we were able to take off of there before we leave out. Like I said, it's about, each board's about 5.5 inches actually, so you can kind of get an idea for the cucumbers there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into here and show you what I find. Okay, so all I've done is just split this in half from the bottom of the root up to the first split in the vine. And I don't know much about the guts of a cucumber vine, but I don't see any indication of a burrow or a borer or bug of any kind, so I'm keep going. I'll let you know if I see something else. Well, I've just been working my way up the vine, and I haven't found a single bug or egg on anything. Not on the vine, not in the vine, not on a leaf, or indications of a place where eggs have been, etc. But what I am finding a lot of is something like this, where it's almost like the vine has split. Kind of like what a tomato would do from overwatering or inconsistent watering. And I wonder if maybe that's got something to do with it. I've found a good half dozen places like that. So the more I go over this, I'm paying particular attention to areas where there's just suddenly a wilted leaf, and seeing several places like this where there's just exterior damage. I can't see any signs internally. I know I haven't cut this one open yet, but in other places like this I've cut them open, and I don't see any indication of a bug that's bored inside. Just this damage on the outside, and it's really making me lean toward the idea that is it possible this was some sort of a bacterial infection? Someone had posted that I could try doing some little trick with a knife where I cut in and cut into the vine and examine the liquid and if it was stringy and whatever else. But you know, everywhere I have cut, liquid has come out, but there's no scent to it, there's no color to it, there's no stringiness to it, other than taking the ultimate risk and tasting it, which I'm not willing to do. It looks like water. So, I mean, I just don't see anything to let me know what could be happening here. Okay, everybody, I have gone through that entire vine and still seeing the same results. I cannot find any insects that have bored into it. I cannot find evidence of any insects hatching eggs on the back side of the leaves or inside the vine. The only thing I can find is where the vine split, and I can find where there was some chewing on the outside of the vine. So, is it possible with the damage that you see in some of these photos that the damage was caused by perhaps some kind of infection, like maybe with the vine splitting or with the chewing, that it's opened up enough of a space for some kind of infection to get in? We do have fungus growing in our garden, just regular mushrooms, but also just a fungus, and I'll include a picture of that in here too. So I don't know if maybe some kind of infection could have got inside of it as well. But it's interesting. I really did expect to kind of split open that vine and see evidence of where insects have been inside, where that vine borer had been, because I'm also starting to see some yellowing in our winter squash. And so I was thinking, well, here we go. That's proof of it, that we had it in the cucumber because it was out first, and now it's starting to come in the winter squash. But I'm just not seeing it, and I don't know how better to combat this organically. This entire garden, it goes probably to say that I haven't done anything with it. I haven't put neem oil on it. I haven't put BT on it. I haven't done anything. It literally was an experiment to put seeds in the ground, cover them with mulch, and see how well they grow. And you know, we've gotten 5 cucumbers off this vine, and it was going to give us a whole bunch more until this happens. So I'd like to know what you think could have been causing it, to see if maybe there's something we can do outside of going chemicals to try to watch for this in the future. So appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.